deal.
Hey, what's up, my mustachians, and welcome back to another Wild Go Make It video. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. We do have a lot to go over. I do want to say too, there will be a code word in this video. I want to explain the code word real quick for the new people out there. What we do is that we try to actually get a code word for our videos, and if our video reaches 500 views, you will actually have a chance to win a WoW token for that week. Now, this is the second video, so this is going to be the last code word. If you haven't checked out the last video, go check it out. It will have the code word for this week's giveaway. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to be covering is Blackwing Lair. Now this is something that everybody should know of already. If you want me to do a whole run with it and just let you know what you get, let me know in the comments below. But now, the thing is that if you're a hunter, this is something that you're going to be wanting to do, or used to want to do. So now, as Fridays would go when we do Throwback Fridays, which again is not a Friday, it's a Monday, but when we do it, we kind of see if it's actually still good or if it's, not worth it. Now, with Blackwing Lair, it was a fickle matter. It really was. And the reason why I say that, there's a lot of things you can do here to make it worth it, and there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make it worth it anymore. Now, there's a location in Blackwing Lair that a lot of people like to go to and feint death, and they would actually reset the mobs. That has been nerfed. Actually, it's not nerfed, it's fixed. You cannot do it no more. You used to be able not to kill the captains, and boom, you feint, boom, they all respawn. That is actually fixed. So I hate to say it to people who wanted to farm this again, this is not going to be a good farm when it comes to that location. Now, there is some dragon guys here that you can actually kill 2 of them, and you can actually, feint. They reset, you skin them, you get some Blackwing dragon scales. Actually, it's just called black dragon scales. And these go for a pretty penny, as you can see on the screen. It's going to be US 8,798 for how much I got, and EU 4,814. Now, I could go through a whole video just telling you that, you're going to go to these other dungeons, you're going to go do this, and you're going to, get these recipes and so forth. But if you want to see that in another video, let me know in the comments below. But we're just going to each of these raids, dungeons, so forth, to tell you if they're good or not. So if you want to see what you can make out of black dragon scales, let me know in the comments, and I will actually do a whole video showing you how to get the stuff for, leather working and so forth. And they're go for a pretty penny, guys. Some of that stuff goes for 100k just to, using that. But let's get back on track. So the thing is that when I did just the whole run here, honestly, I got 22,762 gold with 274 raw. That was just farming these little guy dragons. They're not little, they're just basically these guys that, have big swords, try to whirl it at you. But if you kill 2 of them and you actually feint death, they reset. But other than that, nothing else resets. It's crap. I wish they didn't fix it. I guess it's just because they didn't mean that to happen, but it doesn't work anymore. And it's kind of sad to say that. I'm going to say right now, unless you really need black dragon scales, this is not worth it anymore. It is not worth it at all. Don't waste your time here. So, out. So let's get into the next place. The next place is actually going to go with the Blackwing Lair, and that's going to be Dire Maul. You're probably wondering, what do you mean does it go with it? Well, there's a pattern that drops from the last boss, which is not the last boss. You actually get some of the tributes. You actually get it from a box, is a recipe, which we're not going to go over because, again, you want me to do a whole video about it? I'll do it. But anyways, that tribute is actually worth 100,000 gold, but that's for another video. But I did Dire Maul Commons, which is the common area, not the main one that everybody loves to farm and overfarm. Did about an hour. 52,356 auction house gold with 90 raw gold. Raw gold is not going to be here because this is old content, but I do want to say right now that the auction house gold is still worth it. You're not going to get repeats for some reason, which is good. When I say for some reason, it's because it surprises me when you don't get repeats in a dungeon run, especially within an hour. And I honestly like this dungeon. It's really cool, and the fact that you can get a free chest at the end, and you're like, oh, is it going to give me the recipe? Pretty amazing. Like, it's crazy. But that said, let's move into the last one. It's going to be AQ20. Now, this is a big one. AQ20 has been one of the coolest things for everybody to go to because, excuse my French here, slut mog. This is something that everybody loves to use, especially in role playing, so forth and everything. And whenever, if they bring this to actually classic, people are going to be like, I want that, because there's not going to be the transmog person in classic. This is going to be going crazy. But that's if it gets to that far. Now, I do want to say right now, I did it with my hunter first, okay? I did 30 minutes with my hunter on just the generals. And to be honest with you, it's the same thing. You can actually feint death and they reset. Now, I will say, if you do that, you will actually be locked to this instance. That is something that is going to happen. So to be prepared for that, you're not going to be able to do AQ20 again after that. So I finished it up after I did that, and I did 30 minutes on my hunter. Then I did 30 minutes on my demon hunter. And I got a total of 41,389 gold with 403 raw, which the to be honest with you, the item that actually dropped that was worthwhile was 11,489 gold, which was Ironhide lead guards. Now, I do want to say there's a lot of stuff that can drop here, and if you're lucky, you can get, a lot more. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I use the hunter for just that, second boss and reset him and so forth? Well, because these generals there do have a high drop chance of slot mog. And I do want to say right now, too, as well, there is some worms in this dungeon, actually not dungeon, but raid, guys, that actually drops a lot of good Vanguard and so forth, but not as much as the generals. If you look at the tables show that the generals drop a lot more. It might not seem like they're a lot more, but just if you look at it, the drop rate according to how many said about it, it's actually a lot more. But with that said, guys, let's move on to the last thing I want to talk about, and a few other things I want to talk about, but it's going to be current content. Now, I have a lot of tunes, guys. Y'all know I have a lot. I do a lot to make gold, and this week alone, I made 1,000,000 gold. That's no joke. Yeah, everybody's saying Classics is great, Classic is back, and I'm glad. That's great, and that's good for us gold makers, because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people are not trying to do for that gold for, retail. So basically what I did everything I could to make gold. And then I decided, what if I wanted more gear for my ults? What if I teamed up with my brother and we actually went inside and did, mythic dungeons, heroic dungeons, so forth? And I said, let me try normal dungeons by myself. So I did. And boom, would you know it? I'm actually a demon hunter going into normal dungeons at 415 and just wrecking everything. And I'm like, this is great. And then I tried it with my warlock, and my warlock just smashes. It can do mythic by himself, or herself, actually. So my whole point is that I did Hour and Toll. And Hour and Toll actually gave me 580 raw just by itself, with 1,203 raw with greens, and 1,351 with blues. So if I sold everything, 1,351 with an auction house value of 19,699 gold. Now you're like, oh, this is crap. I don't care. That's crap to you, maybe. But if you have a service for someone, let's say someone said, I need some gear, man. I just got to 120. I'm actually, at 320, 310. I'm a demon hunter, and I want to get to that 400 real quick. You're a badass demon hunter. You go in that toll, and you're like, I can do this by myself. You take that guy with you, you just wreck everything, you give every single piece of gear for him, you say, that'll be 20,000 gold, sir. I mean, seriously, guys, like, I do understand that there is runs for people. Oh, we'll give you this much for, you mythic 15 for 150,000 WoW token. But think about it. There's a lot of people out there who needs gear fast, doesn't know where to go, and they're like, well, you know what? This guy is selling normal runs, mythic runs, heroic runs by himself, can get it done fast, so forth. And, literally, I can get that gear and be prepared. Like, for instance, me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my brother, because my brother's already going to be 120. He's going to actually get inside here. I'm going to wreck this place. He's going to get every single drop I get. So, I mean, I got a 395 Titan Forge, because you got to remember, the King Titan Forge is 455, too. You might like, well, that's a stretch. Yes, it is. But I got a trinket from 370 to 395, which was pretty amazing, because if he was with me at the time, he would have got a 395 trinket. So I just wanted to put it out there, because honestly, I'm going to say right now, if you can actually come in here and do this stuff, you can actually get your guys geared, you can get your friends geared, or whoever, or you can even sell a normal, heroic, and mythic runs. You're probably like again, you're probably like, well, there's mythic plus runs, so forth, yeah, but you can sell these for cheaper. You can, like, if you do this right, and if you go in there in an hour, you get as much as I said in toll, and you're charging people like, say, 20,000, 15,000 gold every run, you're looking at about 30,000 to 40,000 an hour. And the reason why you're looking at that much is because it takes about 30 minutes for me to actually run one run. Now, that's because I'm slow, and I'm gonna give it. I did not have demons on my bar, and I was just such a noob that I didn't even see that, and my rage wasn't going up. But the point is, getting off topic, is that if you can find buyers who want to do this, this can be profitable, and it's something to think about. And honestly, a lot of people would love just to sit there, loot, get items. So with that said, let me know in the comments below about that subject. Let's get into the last part of the video. I don't want to ruin this whole thing, because I actually enjoy doing this. So with that said, guys, if you stayed this long, the code word is corn nuts. Let's get right into the last part of the video. Alright, guys, so this next part of the video is just going to be the last part, and it's going to be a shout out to my fellow patrons, John and Catitude. Y'all guys are amazing. Thank you so much for actually becoming a tier, and also to as well respect some gifts in the future. John, your gift for August is ready. I do want to say right now, I will be getting with you in this week to give you that gift. Also to as well, Catitude, your September gift will be ready at the end of the month. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a Patreon, guys. It's in the description. And if you're seeing what I'm doing right here, I'm actually unlocking boxes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was gonna do a video on this, but you know, it's all random, so you might not get as much, or you might not get so forth. So you can't really say, oh well, you know, per hour get this. No, you can't. It's something that you can't actually say this is the best farm for these, so forth. But anyways, off topic. I want to say right now that we have a Patreon, guys. This Patreon is actually something that helps me out do more videos. You gotta understand, if we don't do this, guys, you know, Patreon and all that stuff, I can't put more time into the videos. You're probably like, well, you know, why don't you just do it for fun? Well, I would love to if I actually had more time. But the more we get support on our channel, the more we actually get support on Patreon, it helps us a lot. It gives us more time to do stuff. I don't have to put more time in other things, and I can actually put out videos more. Now, 8.3 is going to come out faster than we think, and I want to prepare for that because it's going to be a big update. Then I want to prepare for the next expansion. I want to get y'all to 1,000,000 plus gold before next expansion. I can do that with you. And I want to say right now, if you want to be rich before the next expansion and be well prepared, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, hit that all button. Also, if you want to go the extra 5 miles, extra 15 miles, whatever you want to do, go check out the Patreon. It helps us a lot, guys. So with that said, guys, until next time, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, stay stashy.